Animal abuse is a horrible problem in our society today and involves inflicting harm to animals through neglect or commission. When the issue is neglect, the animals are hurt not through inaction, but through the lack of inaction. An example is not giving a dog food or water. The most common victims of animal abuse are dogs, cats, horses, and livestock. There is a shocking amount of abuse in the factory farm industry, but because of weak protections under state cruelty laws, only the most extreme cases are reported. Farm animals routinely undergo painful procedures like branding and castration of cattle. They also live in poor housing conditions where their movement is restricted. Other examples of abuse that go on today include puppy mills, where the owners focus on breeding puppies as quickly as they can while ignoring the welfare of the puppies and their mothers. And others cockfighting, because the birds involved are encouraged to fight to the death. Even if the bird is injured and exhausted, it is still unallowed to leave the pit where it is fighting. Those birds should be allowed to live natural, healthy lives. During my time as a current volunteer at the Caring Friends Cat Rescue and a former volunteer at the Urban Animal Care Center, I have seen animals brought in that were left abandoned by the side of the road, helpless in a situation where they would die if a good Samaritan had not noticed them. Other animals transported to us were being neglected or had been in high-kill shelters. Every day, animals are ignored so their needs are not met or are purposefully abused. The reason animal abuse is a problem is because animals are beings like humans who can experience suffering, and the amount of abuse occurring is so widespread. Humans are not completely different special beings compared to animals. Rather, we are closely related to them. This is because we share a common ape ancestor with chimpanzees, meaning animals deserve the same respect and care given to humans. Animals have social, mental, and moral lives. They have feelings, including feeling pain, so their well-being should be valued as much as a human's is. Even if animals cannot talk and are not as intelligent as humans, they still can have complex emotional lives. Whales communicate through sounds, and orangutans can use tools. Many animals, including beavers, mate for life. Imagine an abandoned cat, cold and wet and alone in the street. It has been left by its owner for death and needs help from humans to survive. Or think of innocent puppies tied in a sack and thrown in the river, helpless and scared. They are terrified just as a human child would be, and when harmed feel the same suffering as them. Animals such as cows and chickens are kept cramped together in unsanitary pens, away from their family and vulnerable to diseases. They are defenseless against people who do not think they matter enough to take care of them, or sadistically want to cause them pain. In addition to working with animals through volunteering, I take care of my very own pet, a Labradoodle named Remy. Remy is 14 years old and likes to cuddle and go for walks, and is a very sweet girl. I view her emotions the same way I do the emotions of my family members, and the thought of someone harming her brings me great pain. I consider Remy to be capable of loving, and she in no way deserves to be abused. She has done nothing wrong and cannot advocate for herself if she was in trouble. Imagining her whimpering or being hungry or thirsty makes me want to protect and care for her. Another reason the issue of animal abuse needs attention is how often it occurs. Over 10 million animals are abused to death each year in the United States. That is a shocking figure and shows the extent of the issue. Animal abuse is an awful crime, and steps need to be taken to prevent it. A solution to stop animal abuse and neglect is to support local shelters. This is the best solution because it can be done almost anywhere in the United States and contributes to the well-being of animals. Adopting a dog from a shelter or rescue helps all the dogs who become homeless because their animals are having financial issues, health issues, are moving to a new location, or experiencing other difficulties. They can find a new home with a family who loves them. Because of the system of animal shelters, animals are brought to a place where they are protected and made sure to be free of diseases, rather than released onto the street where they are then wanted. Out on the streets, a former pet might have trouble finding food and end up starving or getting in fights with other animals. Animal shelters allow them to be brought into an environment that is warm and provides them water and nutrition. Also, animal shelters conduct thorough background checks on potential adopters. At the Urban Animal Care Center where I volunteered, for instance, the adopters must complete a pre-adoption survey and counseling session. Shelters investigate if the family can adequately take care of the animal they are looking to adopt. I usually require that all animals in the potential family meet with the animal for adopting. Without these checks, the animal might end up in a family where some members are against adopting it and might mistreat it. I have seen people unapproved to adopt because they could not offer a nurturing home. Adopting a pet from a shelter frees up more room and people to help other animals who need it. It also works against puppy mills because the fewer dogs are adopted from them, the less incentive there is for such irresponsible breeding to continue. As I discussed earlier, puppy mills are inhumane. Animal shelter adoptions discourage them by reducing the money they make. Also, pets from animal shelters are all fixed, helping to decrease the unwanted pet population. Shelters provide excellent veterinary care and refer pet owners to clinics, making the animal population healthier. Animal shelters help unwanted or abandoned animals find new homes and goes against the terrible practice of puppy mills. You can support your local population through adoption, volunteering, and contributions. If you are looking for a new pet, go to an animal shelter to adopt them rather than buying from a pet store. Even if you are not interested in adopting, animal shelters are always looking for volunteers. In my time volunteering at the Urban Animal Care Center, I cleaned kennels, did laundry, and washed dishes. This work was both enjoyable and rewarding because I was helping animals find a new home. You can also contribute to your local shelter through monetary donations or giving items including food, collars, and toys. Taking steps to support animal shelters is the best way to go against animal cruelty. Thank you.